All right, man. What up? Welcome back to Agree to Disagree. And if you're new, welcome to Agree to Disagree. My boy Jay Lloyd, Craig, BG, and we got Pops. All right, man. We're gonna get right into it. We're gonna go rapid fire. A lot has happened in the basketball world just in this last week, man. Some stuff that just too much stuff is going on to where we can't just make it a single topic, or we'll have a bunch of videos. So we're gonna do a rapid fire to kind of clear the air about all the basketball stuff going on. So without further ado, let's get into it, man. All right, first one. We'll start off light. Something that's happened a little while back. Got everybody blood boiling. Got some questions in the air. Steve Nash isn't the right guy for the Brooklyn's job.
Yes, I agree, right?
Yeah.
And know that you think he is right?
No means you think he's the right guy.
No, you think he's the right guy.
Yeah, because it's a statement. So yes or no. Like yes means you agree, no means you disagree. Why yes, Craig?
I just feel like there's so many other good candidates out there with coaching experience. I think that would have been a better fit. I think the fact that he is endorsed by the two players on the team helps him. But I just think there are more qualified coaches that should have gotten shots over him.
Is there anyone in specific?
I mean, again, there's a lot of coaches out there. You had Kidd, you had Mark Jackson. I mean, I mean, I would even pick. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but it's just the timing was a little off with D'Antoni. I mean, I think any coach that had coaching experience, you could really throw him in there for Steve Nash. I think maybe he has a championship pedigree. He might be able to relate to the stars, but as a coach, I just think there are better qualified coaches out there before him.
Okay. You want to respond to that, Jake?
Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree with Craig. I think there are more qualified coaches. I probably would have agreed with them, but I actually watched the Steve Nash interview last night with JJ Redick, and I got a chance to really hear why they hired him. And once I really heard why they hired him, like, okay, it makes sense. Like, he might be the best person that could manage those egos in terms of KD and Kyrie. And he acknowledged he's not the best X's and O's guy. He acknowledged that numerous times in the interview. But he also said that he felt like he was going to be the best person in terms of managing the personalities and the egos, and then getting the right guys on his staff that could help him with the X's and O's. So once he kind of explained it that way, I'm like, he actually might be a better fit. Though I do think there are guys who they should have looked at based on experience and credentials.
And who else is better to coach? Kyrie Irving, two-time MVP, point guard, arguably had a better career than Kyrie Irving's so far. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
BG, you got any response to that?
Yeah, I mean, to Craig's credit, I think the candidates he named are legit, right? But like Jared said, I think you're bringing in somebody who can manage the egos. And for him to come out and say, I'm not the best X's and O's, I'm not the best guy to do this, you're going to hire assistants to do that, right? Like if I'm good at something, I'm not going to hire John and he's good at the exact same thing. You know what I mean? Like I'll bring in a Craig that's different with this, or Jared. Like you're going to bring in a staff that is different and can bring different things to the table. So I think it's a good hire. Like I said, I think we could all agree Mark Jackson should have a job, and everybody in the NBA knows that. But I think everybody's brought it up. He's blackballed for whatever reason, and I think we know the reason, which to me is not legit. But I think he's a good pick. I think, like Jared said, he's going to manage the egos. Like you just said, John. I think him with Kyrie is going to be great, and then that relationship him and KD had back in the Warriors. Like there's not really talked about, but he was part of that player development. with the Warriors. You know, so I think that's going to be good. But I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. But I think it's a good fit.
Okay. Box, before you answer, go ahead and explain your take on your blue and red cups and what that means.
My blue and red, because I don't have my sign, says no. And the blue and red is just the Clippers are out of the playoffs, so I don't think they have a say so. So that's why it's no. So these are my no, the red, blue. So they don't have a say so in this. So that's when I raise these up. Y'all know what it means. No.
Gotcha. What's your response on the Steve Nash topic?
Here's my take on it. Career, if we're going off a career, then yeah, Steve Nash. But now what's happening is a lot of these guys are getting their shots because, well, that's just like any of us. They're getting their shots because they're friends with somebody. Steve Nash is personal friends with the general manager. So, and it helped that he's also a good friend, and KD has admitted that him and Steve Nash really taught him something. The X factor in this is going to be who can handle Kyrie. That's going to be the problem. But there's a lot of other coaches that could have gotten this job that don't get two all-stars like that on their roster on their first coaching job. I mean, and that's a problem. That's why I have a problem with, when the Pelicans fired Gentry. Well, he played a whole year without his main dude, and then y'all babysat him, and then when it didn't go right in the playoffs, he gets fired. They blame him. Well, he hadn't had his roster at all. So Steve Nash is getting Kyrie Irving and KD. And so what's the goal? Are we hiring coaches to babysit? I mean, that's just like Frank Vogel got hired by the Lakers, doing an outstanding job. But we didn't know Frank Vogel was the right coach. But he gets no respect of being a good coach is, oh, you got LeBron and AD. That's easy. Yeah, they're right. But, sometimes, man, if the Nets are going out the box, like Boston did with, what's my coach in Boston?
Brad Stevens.
Yeah, Brad Stevens. Yeah, okay. But Steve Nash is getting his job because he's friends with the GM. And we going off a career, then if we're going off a career, there's going to be a lot of cats with some head coaching jobs.
But I think real quick, I think the Gentry thing too, though, is they have a new GM. So anytime a new GM comes in, it's his job on the line. So it's like, if that's not the guy you wanted, you're going to give him a year. If not, you get rid of him. Not saying that I agree with you, Pop, but it's like, I could see why the GM did it, but it's still, I don't agree with it. Like you said, I think that was solid, but I think that was probably one of the biggest things.
Got a quick point?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, to your credit, Jared, I think one, on the flip side of my opinion on the hire, I think because the NBA is a players' league, it's hard to find a coach with the background and the cachet that these players are going to respect. So to your point, that's one reason why you hire somebody with Steve Nash, his background, or his, a player who has never coached before, because at least he brings that to the table where the players can respect him because they know that he's been in the trenches before as well.
True. And I agree with Craig and B and Jared, excuse me. With Pops and Craig, you guys both said other coaches with more experience, but I don't necessarily mean experience means you're the right person for that job. As soon as I saw this, for some reason, I'm like, yeah, I like that. I like that. Obviously, he has no coaching experience, but for some reason, Steve Nash, he just comes off as like one of them brilliant basketball minds. Obviously, as a point guard in his league, 2-time MVP, and I just don't know who else is out there that would have fit better than this. That has quote unquote experience.
It sells tickets too, though. If you think about it, it's gonna get, you got KD and Kyrie already, and then you got throw Steve Nash in there. People want to go see that for sure.
All right, we're going.
And then also, it's New York, man. We got to remember that it's New York.
Yeah,
it's New York. It's Brooklyn, but it's New York. That heat's a little tough.
And while we're talking about the Nets, I want to kind of stay in the same vicinity, so I'm gonna do this one. KD is still a top 3 player in the league when healthy. Can we go top 2? Top 2?
Still got to give him credit.
Top 2? Okay. All right. That was an easy one. All right. No, Jay. Jay, would you not top 2? Top 2? No. When healthy?
Well, we assuming he's coming back to the same form.
No, when healthy, like KD healthy, like no injuries, like he's healthy. Like we're speaking hypothetically, he's healthy. Like there's no nicks, like he's healthy.
Yeah. I don't know if he'll. Yes, but I don't know if he'll be that. But
I know
yes,
we're just speaking hypothetically.
Yeah, for sure. Then.
You don't think he's gonna change his game though?
Yeah, I do, but I don't know how much. I don't know how effective he'll be with change. He'll still be good. He'll still be top 5 to 10 changing his game, but will he be top 2 if he's the same? If he's not the same KD, I don't know if he's top 2. He may be 6 or 7 with an altered game, but 2. Oh, I don't know. No. I'm saying he's 2. He's 2 if he hasn't changed nothing. If he's the same KD, he's 2. But if he has an altered game,
second? Who's the second if he doesn't come back the same?
I mean, I gotta still go with Giannis, man. I still feel like Giannis is one of the best players in the world. He got exposed this year, but I still don't think that takes away from the fact that he's
here, man.
Okay. Well, I know where you at, guy. So I'm about you good, guy.
This year, man.
Yeah, you good.
All right, for sure. We'll move on. Move on. I like this one. I really like this one. Jason Tatum over Luka Doncic right now. I know, BG.
It's tough, man. I just Luka to me is just gonna be something, man. I can't really pinpoint what it is, but it's just how he is as a player, what he could do. Obviously, I think he facilitates the ball a little bit better, but it's just something about Tatum. I think obviously he's a great scorer, he's a great player, but Luka to me, man, is just what he did against the Clippers too, and what he's done in his only second year. Like I don't see it, man. I don't see it.
I like Tatum on both ends of the floor. I feel like Luka's just offense, and it doesn't matter how late he gets into his career. I think it's always just going to be offense. Tatum has a potential to be one of the best two-way scorers in the league, and I think he's probably top 3, top 5 two-way scorer in the league right now. And this is third year? This is third year?
Third year.
All right. Go ahead, Jay.
I agree with BG. I think here's why, though. I feel like it's more system. Boston to me reminds me of like San Antonio. I think a system like that, you may have more team success, but I don't know if the individuals will get featured the way that they would on a team like a Dallas, where Carlisle's going to run everything through Luka. You know what I mean? Like, Boston's going to run stuff for Tatum, but they're going to play within their system. Kind of like San Antonio.
Team ball.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Tim Duncan was a generational talent. So, like, you had to change your system for Tim Duncan. But you look at Ginobili's, Tony Parker's, dudes like that who are like borderline Hall of Famers.
You don't think Tatum is a generational talent? What is he, 6'8", 6'9"?
I think he has. I'm answering this way. I think he has generational talent. I don't know if he is a generational talent, only because I don't know if he's ever going to be put in a position to just be that guy where he can show, everything he has. I think in Boston, he's going to always be really good, but I think he's still going to be within the framework rather than another team where you like, all right, it's Tatum, we got to let him go.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Pops.
Luka is box office. Luka is box office, man. He just got that. He's special. He's special. Now, Tatum has the chance to prove that he's special. But what Luka was doing, man, with the team that he got, how he led that team, Luka is special. There's no doubt about it. I'm not changing it. I'm not going. Luka right now is still top 5. I'm not getting off of that. I mean, the man just got what he does. He has a special talent, and what he does, you really can't. In his second year, now just imagine put Luka in that same system that Tatum is in right now. I still think he would thrive because he knows how to get people the ball in the right places. Luka, I mean, because Carlisle runs a system, but Luka controls that thing. And when you can control like he can control and get buckets, yeah, he gets the buckets.
Fair points, Pops. What you think, Craig?
You know, one thing I evaluate players by is how easy they score. And I was tripping out on how easy Luka was scoring. You know what I mean? To be that unathletic. But you are right. You know, if you're looking at both sides of the ball, he's not going to do that for you. I mean, a lot of, you know, it's going to be hard to find that two-way player to do that. But he's going to give you like 30 a game. So hopefully that makes up, you know, for what he doesn't do on the defensive end.
30 and 9.
And also, too, you got to think, too, he's like 1 year younger than Tatum. Well, he's been playing pro for so much longer. So I think that gives him an advantage. He's been playing with grown men overseas. Don't get me wrong, man. That's a tough comparison because Jason Tatum, I mean, what more could you want from a guy that can give you 20-plus a game and play D like that and got toughness? It's a toss-up, but, you know, I give Luka a slight edge just because of his experience out young, how much he's excelling at a young age.